YouTube. Welcome to Empower Her series. It's your girl and your host Nana, and this is the show we educate to elevate and aspire to inspire. Thank you for tuning in on another episode of the Empower Her series. With me today, I have Miss Mary, and she is going to introduce herself and what we're talking about today. Take it away.
Hey everybody, like she said, my name is Mary, but some of you may know me as Mary Loves You. I also have my own YouTube channel. I just graduated, and right now I just started my own business. I have my own boutique, and you know, your girl's doing her thing right now. And I believe every girl should have high standards because you have to know your worth, and you don't want to waste your time or anybody else's time. Okay?
Period. Okay, so let's dive into this. The whole topic is standards higher than your heels, because like you said, every girl should have high standards.
Definitely.
So what are your standards and why do you think they're high?
Okay, so I'll do my top 5 main standards. Okay. So most importantly, I'm looking for a God-fearing man.
Okay.
That's very important to me. I can't change it. It does
non-negotiable
at all. Thank you. And second, I need an ambitious man. I need somebody that's very ambitious, that knows what he wants, that has a job. You don't have to be rich at the moment, but you have to be motivated.
Something to wake you up to keep going.
Thank you. Okay. And then third, you have to have personality, because I have personality and I want to be able to connect with somebody in a very romantic level, mentally, emotionally, all of that. And then also you have to have a sense of humor. Important. I like to laugh. Yeah. So I don't want to be sitting around with somebody and be bored all the time. And then most importantly as well, you have to be family oriented, because I'm literally, if you know me, you know I'm all about my family. So I need somebody that finds that just as important. And lastly, you have to be spontaneous. I just love a spontaneous person. I'm a spontaneous person. I just get up and say, I want you to do this today. You know, I'm very active, so I want somebody that can match my.
Okay. So everything you said, literally, I think is reasonable.
It's reasonable, not right? High. It's not too high.
There's no highness to this at all. Yep. But my question is, you said to have personality. What does that mean, personality? But you also mentioned that to be funny. So yes, what is the difference is?
I would put those all in the same category for personality. I just want somebody that just matches my personality, you know, I don't want someone that's too timid. I want somebody that's confident in themselves. We can just sit down and just talk about anything, you know what I'm saying? It's not boring all the time. We can do things together. We can talk about anything, whether it's politics, whether it's faith. It doesn't matter what it is. We can match each other's personality.
Okay, cool. All right, so what makes these standards high?
Girl, I feel like our standards are not high at all. It's
your standards are kind of a lot what I want, and a lot of people tell me that my standards are too high. I'm too bougie, and I'm all the way up here. What makes it high?
I think what it is a lot of people just say that female standards is high because I feel like they're intimidated by a woman that knows what she wants. You know what I'm saying? They can't, I don't know, they just can't handle a woman that knows what she wants. So it's just, that's when it's oh, well, her standards are too high. No, you just can't handle a woman like me. You're used to girls and you don't know how to deal with a real woman. You know what I'm saying?
I feel yeah, that's true, because I was having a conversation one time with the friends, and they were saying that the reason why some boys find it easy to mistreat a woman is because some ladies allow it. So they've been with the ladies that allow the mistreat, and then once it gets to you and you have your standards and your wall up, it's relax, let me use you, the idea. So I feel when it comes to women not knowing their worth or the standards that they should have, it makes it harder for those who know their worth and the sense to have to find somebody, because it makes it we're challenging the man, and it's too much for them, they can't handle it. And actually, if it's too much for you, then back up. You can't handle this.
I feel like a lot of women actually tend to dumb down their standards just because they want someone in their life and they don't want to be lonely.
That's desperation,
girl. It's loneliness, and women just they want somebody to just take that void away from them. So they'll like put down their standards, and I feel like you shouldn't, because you're wasting your time, because that man is never going to change and will never be who you want them to be, because how you met them and how you acted when you met them is how they're going to be throughout the relationship. It won't last.
There's some like people like who have the mindset that, oh, if you get married, it's going to change, and it actually shows more secrets, shows more damage, shows more flaws. Like it doesn't. If the person's not willing to change for themselves, then they're definitely not going to do it for you.
Exactly.
So one thing you mentioned is like you have standards to show your value.
Yes.
So why do you set standards for yourself? Like, is there more to it than just, oh, my value? Or why should a woman set standards for themselves?
Well, for one thing is, you can't say you want something that you can't provide yourself. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
So if I'm saying I want this, I want this, I want that, I'm saying that because that's the level. Yeah, exactly. That's the level that I'm on, and I want somebody to match my level. I don't want somebody that when I'm up here, they bring me down here. You know, I want somebody that's going to uplift me, like we're going to go up together. So I'm not going to say I want somebody that has a job and I don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not too much to ask. Like, I'm putting these standards for myself because I know what I want and I know what I'm worth. And I want somebody that match what I'm worth, you know?
Okay, I love how you said that you can't expect someone to have something and you don't even have it. Like, some people want their type, but it's your type. Like,
exactly.
You want the millionaire, but are you a millionaire yourself?
Right.
I want the gentleman. Are you a lady yourself? I want, like, it's so much like I want this, but they're not even reaching for that. So for you said it because you're reaching that goal to yourself.
Exactly.
And with, like, that's like a level-headed thing for you. Okay, that makes it so much easier and simpler to even like set goals, because once you've accomplished it, it's like, well, I need you to be on this level too. Exactly. It's not like I'm giving you these standards because I want to out of nowhere.
Exactly. I feel like it's just like a girl that will say, I want a millionaire, but you're not working yourself up to be your own millionaire. You're just leeching off of a man. But then if you say that you want somebody that has a millionaire mentality because you want to be a millionaire, that's when you're saying, I want somebody that I can create an empire with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's nothing wrong with a woman saying that I want somebody that's a millionaire or has a millionaire mindset, because you're putting up standards for yourself. This is what I want. This is where I need to be in life. You know?
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like this, I would say, well accomplished millionaire mindset woman. When you were a teenager, what were your standards?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was a bad little teenager. But I would have to say back then I was shallow. Okay. I feel like I was more like, I want this type of guy, tall, with the tattoos, the bad boy. Yes. So I was like that back then. But I feel like when I got to college and I grew and I became my own person, I became independent, I saw the difference between the bad boy, which is just like a little boy that doesn't know what he wants and he's not emotionally there, versus a man that knows what he wants, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a kid you don't understand that, and a lot of us girls, like, I don't want to call it daddy issues, but when you don't have that male figure in your life, you tend to go after something that's not good for you. So as a kid, I'm just like, I want the bad boys, the one that's like, you know. But now, as I've grown and I've seen these little boys, and I'm like, y'all can't do nothing for me. I'm educated. I have my degree. I have my business. I'm making my money. If you can't reach my like level, then why are you talking to me? And if you call it high maintenance, you call it bougie, call it what you want. All I have to say is you just can't meet my expectations. Try again.
Oh my God.
Next application, please. Okay.
Love it. Oh my God. So let's take the conversation like 3 notches down real quick. So what if there's a woman out there right now watching this and she's like, dang, I think I'm dealing with a little boy in a big man's body. How can you differentiate a little boy and a big man? How did you decide the difference?
I feel like you can definitely see the difference, because a man is a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I need to go do this and get this because I want to provide for my family. I have these goals that I want to reach. So a little boy is more of like, he wants you to basically take care of him all the time. You know what I'm saying?
His mama.
Basically, exactly. You can't raise no man, honey. A real man is gonna tell you, he's gonna motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man doesn't have to be somebody that's gonna buy you things because you want things. You know, a man can just be somebody who's like, get up, go do this, go read your book, go take study so you can pass that test. go get your degree so you can do this. You know, somebody that just motivates you. You want to do this business, let's do this business together. Like, how can I help you grow? How can we help each other grow? Like, you can tell a man's way of thinking is different from a little boy. Like, y'all's conversation just hits differently. Like, what y'all talk about is about growth, not about somebody that's like nagging you all the time or jealous or insecure and like that doesn't know himself. So you can, I feel like you can definitely tell the difference.
One thing, like, it's a test I do to some guys I will talk to if they come my way, is if you're around them and they are talking about other people, that's all they know. Gossiping about other people. Like, what about you in your life? What are you planning? What do you see yourself next year, in the next 3 years? So when you're with somebody and all they can think about is, do you see who that, like, just gossiping as a female, like, to say, like, are you serious? Like,
he ain't got nothing else to do with his life.
Exactly. But when you're with somebody who is like, you can tell them they're, how do I say, like, hard workers, go-getters. They have things going for themselves.
Their mentality
like,
is different.
I'm not expecting you to be a man, like we said, but like, you are reaching for, you are doing something to get there. And it's also emotional intelligence. Know how to speak, when to speak, and what to say. A little boy can tell you anything, anyhow, anyway.
A little boy is not even emotionally there.
Exactly.
Like,
they can speak anyhow. And that will bring you down as a woman because you think that.
That's why, like I said, you have to have standards for yourself. Because if you're here and you're talking to a little boy that's down here, what's going to happen?
It's going to bring you down.
You can't carry that person to reach a level. You end up falling down. Exactly. That's the thing. But a man, y'all going to go up together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to hold each other's hand and go up together. So it's like, you have to have standards for yourself. Like, if people are telling you have high standards, that's fine. But you have to know what you want and you have to know what you worth. Because if you don't, you're just going to see yourself just dragging down. And you don't want a little boy in your life.
I feel like when people talk about high standards, they're talking about, oh, I want the 6 feet tall, the 6 abs, the 6 figure. Like, that's what I think they talk about with high standards.
I feel like that's more of like what you're attracted to, you know? That's more of the physical. I feel like, I mean, everybody has their right to have their type. Right. Because we all have eyes. The first thing you notice in a person is how they look.
Exactly.
You know?
The first thing that makes you want to talk to them is being attracted to the person.
But a lot of the times, while we over here saying, like I said, when I was in middle school, high school, I said I wanted the tall guy, the ones with the tattoos, the bad boys. But my first love that I ever met, he was not my type. He came up and talked to me, and I was just like, who are you? But then I ended up falling head over heels for him, and he's like nothing like how I said I wanted it to be. And I feel like it's always going to be like that. You're not going to get what you really asking for, because at the end of the day, it's all about when you meet the person. You could be 6 foot tall. If y'all's personality don't match, it's not going to work. Exactly. But then when you end up meeting that one person and then it's just like that, the chemistry's there, the connection, y'all in a safe mental and emotional mindset, then you'll see the difference. So I mean, you're going to see the physical first, but that personality also got to match.
So do you think like people should focus more on the inner beauty more than the outer beauty?
I mean, definitely, but at the end of the day, like I said, we all have eyes. So what we're attracted to is what we're attracted to. But you're going to kiss a couple frogs for you to meet your friends. So obviously, if you meet someone and you're just like going off of looks the first time, but you're going to meet the person and you're going to get to know them and you're like, okay, we're not connecting. And then you'll probably meet somebody that you're not attracted to, but realize like, wow, this chemistry there is like really strong. The connection is strong. And they become the most sexiest person to you.
I'm like, saying, girl, like, I've always wanted like this, like, get tall, have nice abs, all that. But then you talk to them, it's like, oh my god, that's an airhead. Like, there's nothing going on here, girl. And then this man who's like 5'7", like godly man, talks to you, and it's like, oh, I like you. Like, I don't think like you have what you like, but at the end of the day, like my focus more is like what we connect, who we connect with. As long as I can see myself with you, you're not like a frog. I can definitely handle the level of beauty that a person carries, as long as the inner beauty outshines most.
I mean, and beauty runs out, honey. Like,
true.
Beauty definitely runs out. So if you're falling for somebody just because of their looks, that runs out. So when that's gone, what you gonna have left? So at the end of the day, it's gonna have to be left on the personality and the connection that you have with that person. So definitely.
Yeah. So, what are some standards a woman should have about inner beauty? Like we talked about the outer beauty, like, but that wasn't very helpful. So, inner beauty, what are some standards a woman should have?
I mean, I feel like every woman should just have a mind of her own. That's like very important. You need to have a mind of your own, because if you're depending on other people's validation, you're not going to know yourself. And when you don't know yourself, you're not going to be happy. That's when the insecurities come. So I feel like you have to know yourself. You have to be confident within yourself. You have to love yourself before anybody else can love you. That's definitely important. Once you know yourself, you love yourself, you're confident within yourself, then that's when you can be able to love somebody else fully. So I feel like that's one of the big things that you have to have. But when it comes to like having an education for yourself, I mean, that's, everyone has their own preference. Some people are not educated in a certain area, but they're educated in something else. But I feel like as long as you know yourself, that's what's most important.
Right. Okay, so it's more of like focus on you and what you want before you can focus on what somebody else is and can do for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's very wise, because you have lots of people out here requesting high things and they themselves are not even there yet.
Yeah. So
like taking the focus off whoever you want and put on yourself, and like if that person is like really for you, it will happen, honestly. Like it will flow naturally.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be in that relationship and you can't have nothing to offer, you know? So like work on yourself and make sure you get to the place that you know that I'm insecure. I'm not insecure. I'm secured within myself. I'm okay with where I'm at, and I can definitely see myself going further with this other person. So I definitely agree with that.
Yes,
let's say, for example, a nice gentleman comes knocking at your door. Mary, I love you. You're the most beautiful person ever. Blah blah blah. What expectations are you going to set for him?
I would have to say it's one question. What do you have to offer me? And I don't mean that in the most like high maintenance way, like what can you give me? No, it's what do you have to offer me? Are you a family man? Are you God fearing? Like I said, with the God fearing, like I want somebody in my life that I know if I'm down and I'm going through things in my life, you're gonna tell me, babe, let's pray together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you have to offer me? Like I don't want someone to come in my life that's just gonna take. You know, like it's a give and take thing. I am a queen. I believe that I'm a queen. I want a king. So are you coming with king
mentality?
Thank you. So it's like that's number one. If a man comes, that's my expectation. Like, what do you have to offer me? What do you have to give me for my growth, for each other's growth?
What do you want them to say? Like, oh, I can give you a family. I can give, like, what do you want them to say?
Well, I would have to say that, like, if you come to me in a way is, baby, like, I want us to grow together. I want us to build an empire together. Oh, that turns me on. That turns, what? Listen, because if you telling me that you ready,
me too.
Girl, you said, you want to build it. You want to grow?
Be millions together?
You want to build an empire, honey?
Oh my god!
I already think I'm a queen. You trying to give me a chair and a crown? What? So
no, I wanted to say it, but you said it. So.
Yes, like that. Just it's a turn on. A man that just like knows what he wants and knows what he can give to you. It's just like, ooh, yes, you know, because I know what I have to offer. But what do you have to offer me? You know, because I feel like girls just get in these relationships with these men that don't know what they want in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they have nothing to offer you, and then they're just like, oh well, these other girls that know what they want, they're high maintenance, they're bougie. But it's like, no, they're confident within themselves. They know their worth and they know what they're worth.
Okay, so like, give me like literal, like specific things you want a person to say. Like you said, baby, let's build an empire together. And that's it, or is there more to that?
Definitely, like, let's build an empire together. Basically, I want somebody that wants to also get to know me. Like, I don't want you to come to me and, okay, it's just like, what can I do for you? What about what can you do for me? Like, how can I help your growth? What do you want to do in life? What's your goals? What's your aspirations? Like, somebody that's like there and wants to basically help you build. I feel like that's very important. So if somebody's coming to me, it's like, I want to make you my wife. I want to marry you. I want to build an empire with you. I want to make a difference with you. and I want to change the world with you.
I know, like if a man tells me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know, that's the type of things I want to hear. And I was like, I could buy you the world.
Exactly.
I could buy myself the world.
Like I feel like once a guy says that, you know that, oh, my time's not gonna be wasted because he has set goals for me and for us. Like if I'm gonna give him my time, it's going somewhere. It's an investment, basically.
An investment, definitely.
Oh, I love that.
Growth. Like I want to know that when I'm with you, I'm growing.
Yeah,
definitely. You're not like taking me down. We're lifting each other up together. And just like how I'm saying that when a man comes to me, I want him to say what he can offer me. I also want to tell him what I can offer him as well. It's kind of like a business arrangement. But,
you know, honestly,
it is. At the end of the day, it really is, because I feel like it's like I said, it's a give and take relationship. So that's how you guys build. Like, okay, maybe there's some certain areas that he doesn't have growth in, and then I'm like more advanced in that area, and I can help him.
He can help you where you lack.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can offer you something, you can offer me something, we can grow together. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like automatically when a man sees a girl that does everything for herself, she takes care of herself, she has her own car, she has a job, she takes care of everything by herself, they become intimidated by that, because they want a naive girl, a girl that's like, oh, I want you to take care of me, and because they're like, I can control that. They want something that they can control so they can feel like a man. Well, that's a little boy mindset versus a man's mindset where it's like, see, that's a queen. I know I have to come correct. You know, when I'm coming to her, I need to speak different. I need to move different. She's not average. She's a whole nother type of vibe, you know. That's the type of man I want. When I'm saying confidence, I want a man that comes to me in that level. It's not like, he's not intimidated by how I carry myself. He's like, wow, that's a queen.
We can move together.
We can move together. Yes, like he got to plan out how he's going to approach me. It's not just, hey, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, mom.
Excuse me, mom.
What's your number?
Hey, yo, like, shawty. Or let's chill. Like, do I look like, you know?
My question is, like, do you expect a man to tell you that off the bat, or as time goes on, you pick those things out?
I feel like as time goes on, you do pick those things out. But I feel like you should be also able to see it by the way the person just communicates with you. Like, even when you go on a first date with a man and you guys are just talking and he's telling you about things that he's doing in his life, you're just like, okay, well, he has something going on for himself. And you ask him, what are you looking for in a woman? And he's telling you, you can hear, you can see in those little details as time goes by. He doesn't have to automatically tell you. It's just like you can read the signs. Okay. I have a question for you, girl. Do you think it's a bad thing if a man is like the one that's taking care of you?
Like all the way?
All the way.
You're a housewife and he does everything? Okay. With me personally, I wouldn't want to be a housewife because I feel like I'll go crazy.
Right.
I need things to do. Like even if it's just, I don't know, something to keep me going. Right. I can just sit at home and, honey, I'm home. Okay, hi, welcome home. I need to also like go out and get something. That's just me. So if a guy comes my way and tells me, no, I want to take care of you, you don't have to work, I will question it a bit because I can't do that. But there are some women out there who definitely appreciates that and definitely wants that. I don't think it's right or wrong because traditionally there's a mindset that the man takes care of the house, the wife. So if a man wants to take care of you, let him. If you don't like it, communicate how you can go about it. But I don't think it's necessarily a terrible thing.
Do you feel like it's a deal breaker if the man's like, he's just strict on like, I want you
for
to
me,
be a housewife. I'll take care of you.
No.
I want you to stay on
like, that's cute, you know? Like, thank you, but God.
Like, I have freaking plans for myself.
I need something to go on. Like, I need to start a business. Even if it's just sitting in front of a computer and making money, I need something to offer as well. Like, we're going to have kids and I'm going to be cooking, all that stuff, but I still need, like,
something that's yours.
Yeah.
Like, something that makes you happy. Yes, being at home with your family makes you happy, but you know, you want to have your own
own accomplishments. Like, even though we're one in marriage, I'm still my own person. And I have to offer myself, like, what am I offering? I feel like even if I let a man take care of me 100%, there's going to be some resentment.
Yes.
You're going to get tired.
Definitely.
You want to get annoyed with something.
And I feel like that's where the controllingness comes along
exactly.
As well.
You need me, better bow down to me.
Exactly. You have to have your own. And that's where it comes back to just saying, like, you have to know yourself, be your own person in order for you to be able to give to somebody else.
Right.
So if somebody's just like constantly taking care of me, I feel like I'm gonna lose myself. Like, who am I without this person?
Right.
So like, if it doesn't work out and then I'm out of this marriage, it's just like I'm just sitting around with these kids and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? They go off to college and I'm just sitting here, I'm like,
what am I doing?
What am I doing? So it's like, no. I feel like, yes, it's great that if you want to take care of me, that's amazing, but I still also want to take care of myself. I want to do things that make me happy. And some women don't mind staying at home, and then there's some like us that would rather like go out and be a businesswoman and take care of their own things, do things that make them happy. So I definitely
because women, we are great multitaskers. We can do a lot at one time. Now, if you were to ask me if I think it's bad to demand it, then I'd be like, yeah, because you can't just demand a life out of a man. Like, take care of me from 1 to 10, from A to Z. Now that that's bad. But if it happens naturally and that's what you want, I guess. But then again, like, I think every woman should have something going on for themselves.
Definitely.
Like a side hustle, something that's your own, something that.
So now, do you think that it would be like fair if like everything is split half and half in the household? Yeah. So like money and everything, like bills and everything should be half and half.
Okay, so with that topic, again, it's very what's the word? Subjective to who you're speaking with. Like, if I'm making money and you're making money, I definitely believe in, like, we have an account together that this is for the household. And maybe, like, for example, I'm married and my husband puts $50 in the bank account, and I put $50 in the bank account, and every month that's where our house bills, come from. But then again, I have my own personal account that if I want to go buy lingerie, I'm not begging you for it. If I want to go buy nail polish, I'm not begging, like, something to keep myself up myself. But then again, the thing is, like, some men also have the mentality of, I'm a traditional man, I'm going to take up the house bills. Don't do that. You can take up the kids, but then when it comes to house bills, I can do that. So that can also be 50-50, because he's taking care of the house bills and you're taking care of the clothes for the kids and food for the kids. So as long as there's like money coming out to protect you and to
everybody's
give you
doing their own share in the house,
then that's fine. I'm not going to leave it all to the men I'm with. Like, you want to pay house bills, you want to take care of the kids, you want to do all of that. That's a no-no. Like, I'm making money so we can be safe and secure. But then again, I'll also want to have my own personal thing.
So coming back to the house, doing all the house chores, take care of the kids, how do you feel about that? Like, if a man says, well, you do that and I'll do the bills, do you feel like, well, why can't we do half and half of that too? Like the house chores, taking care of the kids. Like, do you feel like you want that to be 50-50 as well?
It depends, honestly, because I can't really speak for that, and that's the way in the future. It depends how the dynamics is with everything. Like, if we have like 5 kids and he's just going to be like, I'm going to pay the bills and everything about the kids is for me, that's unfair. Because you relax.
Like, that goes back to that old school mentality where you stay home, take care of the kids, I'll go work and make bread.
5 kids are a lot. So it really depends on the dynamics of the family and what's going on. So it has to be a conversation that we're both like, okay, you can do this, I can do this. Like, I'm going to play my strength. I'm good at bills and you're good at nurturing. I'm good at cooking and you're good at cleaning.
Exactly.
So we don't have to do, that's where 50-50 comes in,
I definitely agree with that, girl.
How about you? Like, what are your thoughts about, like, if a man comes to you, Mary, sit back, live, I want to take care of you, but I need you to pay house bills. Like, what are your thoughts about stuff
about
like
paying the house bills or just being a housewife?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
So we can start with the housewife. The housewife, I definitely agree with you. I cannot stay at home. I'm not that type of person. Like, my personality is no. I have to have something going for me. Like, that's what gives me drive. I'm like on the go type of person. I want to have my own business. I have goals that I want to meet in life. So I feel like, first things first, when I get a man, I want a man that's not going to tell me like, stay at home, I'll take care of this. I want a man that tells me, what do you want to do in life and how can I help you? So, that's what I said, that goes the difference between a boy and a man, because a man will understand that you're a woman, you're a queen, and he's going to do whatever it takes to make you happy, just like how he's a king, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make him happy. So he has to understand that what makes me happy is doing my own thing, having my own thing, and him supporting that as well. So like if we have kids and I have to go on a business trip, you gonna take care of those kids. You know what I'm saying? Just like if he's out doing his own thing and I'm gonna be at home with the kids, I feel like it's definitely should be 50-50. So yeah. And as of like the bills in the house, I do feel like it should be 50-50 as well, because if I'm out making my own money, what am I doing with that money? Would I have a home that money can go into? So like you say, you guys should have like an account together and then also have your personal account. I definitely agree with that. Just each person should still be able to have their own thing, do their own thing, but while we're still doing things together and growing together.
Yeah, it's really like before I was with you, I was whole and I'm my own person. And when I'm with you, I want to be able to pour into you as a whole person. Right. So if I'm going to lose myself, then pouring into you is going to be very lacking and very like not going to get much. So I still have to work on my wholeness and becoming my own person. Though we're one, before we're one, we have to be whole so we can when we come together. It's like beautiful. So I will have to cut this now because I feel like the conversation was so good that it kind of, I think it went over time. I'm sorry.
We were gone for days.
I know. I apologize. Like that is so long. I'm probably thinking like, oh, Hannah needs to do better on time. I'm sorry, but I want to say a big thank you to you for allowing me in your home, allowing me to speak with you, and for sharing your thoughts, your life lessons to my viewers. Like what you shared, I believe it's so like golden. It's what I stand for as well, and I'm so excited I was able to do this topic with you because everything you say is literally like what every woman out there should have, what I believe every woman should have. So I'm definitely grateful for what you said.
I thank you too. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the topic and I enjoy talking to your viewers because I feel like this is an important topic, and a lot of people like misunderstand it, and they're just like, I don't know, women, like we were saying earlier, they have their standards and they're like, oh, maybe my standard's too high, that's why I'm like lonely, and then they put their standards down.
But they need to know that it's okay. The reason why you're single is because these men aren't on your level.
They're not like, worthy of you.
They're not. You get somebody
here. You have to be patient to find somebody that's gonna be here. If you're impatient, then you just gonna drag yourself down.
Before you go, I would like to give to you an Empower Her shirt. Feels so special. Just to say thank you for coming on the show. You can open it up and read what the back says.
Educate to elevate, aspire to inspire. This is so cute. I love it.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. I had fun.